Hello traders, and thank you for tuning in to this week's market outlook from Exness. As usual here, we're going to be looking at a potential idea for a trade over the next few days, some of the narratives behind it and what traders need to be aware of if they were to take the position. But first, let's look at the performance of last week's idea from the market outlook. Last week the idea was a potential buy for euro dollar, which has proved to be generally accurate. However, the retracement was not reached in full. The price did not move down to 1.025. However, it did move up in line with the basic projection. For this week's market outlook, joining us is Andreas Themistokleous, trading specialist at Exness, to give us the idea. Thank you very much, Andreas, for being here to give us the idea for a trade.
Thank you very much for having me, Michael.
So what is the potential position that you're looking at for this week?
So for this week, we are looking at the potential long position on Australian dollar against the US dollar after some correction around the 0.66500 area. After the correction, we can expect some long positions initiated, with the first point of resistance being around the 0.67600 price area, just below the 61.8% of the Fibonacci retracement level.
And for the narratives that are driving this, we've had the meeting of the Reserve Bank of Australia this morning, of course, but also, is there anything else, any other meetings of central banks, any economic data that you think is going to be an important driving narrative for this position?
So we had the Reserve Bank of Australia releasing its monetary policy. We saw a single hike, which already supports the Aussie dollar for now. On December 7th, we have the Australian GDP release, where expectations are exceeding 6% against the previous 3.6%. It's a rather optimistic expectation, we can say, but if it's confirmed, we can expect some support on the Aussie dollar against its peers. On December 8th, we also have the Australian balance of trade, which, even though the market is expecting a slight decrease, it is still a trade surplus above 12 billion, which can support also the Australian dollar, at least in the short term.
Okay, so in summary, the idea for a trade this week is a potential buy for the Australian dollar against the US dollar. And the primary narrative that's supporting that so far has been this single hike by the Reserve Bank of Australia. And what traders should monitor closely if they take this position is primarily Australian GDP and balance of trade. So thanks very much, Andreas, for being here with us for the Market Outlook and for giving us the idea and what we need to be aware of.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I always remember to manage your risk, and I wish you all a successful trading week.
And remember, please, that this is just an idea. It is not a guarantee of success. Make sure to do your own research and always trade responsibly.